Hey guys, welcome back in CodeSphere. So today in this video, I will implement that how you can ask questions in this social media app using Firebase. Fine guys. So in this tutorial, you can see that when I will ask a very basic question that home remedies for increasing immunity. Increasing immunity. Fine. And after this guys, when I will put a question mark, yeah, and when I will submit this question, so you can see that it is submitted here. Fine. And just because, yeah, so guys, you can see that the child is increased here. It is because my Wi-Fi is a little bit slow, but you can see that it is working pretty fine. So guys, you can see that this is our question that home remedies for increasing immunity. Fine. And it is also saved here, and you can see the time of this question. Fine. So here you can see the time of the question and the URL of my profile. This is my name and this is my privacy. Fine guys, question is saved successfully in the real-time database. Fine. And guys, when you will go back, so here you can see that this is our fragment 2 and this is a place for questions. So today in this tutorial we will create this layout and we will also implement asking questions. Fine, so make sure you watch this video till last because that is going to be very interesting video of the series. Fine, so without wasting time, let's start. So guys, first of all, what you will do is you have to open this drawable file. You can see that this is selector and its name is custom input. You have to simply copy it, fine guys, then paste it, and this time you have to change its name. So it is going to be custom input underscore question. Done. Then okay, fine guys. And then after this, what here you have to do is you have to make this color white. Fine guys, so simply make it white and make this one black. Done. And you have to make this one white and you have to make this gray red. So guys, now you can see that we have this custom input. Fine, so now close this file and also this one. So guys, after this we will code in the fragment 2 that how it will show. Fine guys, so here you can see that we have this very basic text view, so simply remove it. And then after this we will use a card view again, and that is going to be match parent and height is going to be wrap content. Fine guys, then card background color, that is going to be white. Card background color Android color white. Done guys, and then simply close it. So yeah, after this what here you have to do is simply click on this red line, then red bulb, and add this tool. Fine guys, so after this what here we can do is that we will use a very basic text view and the image view. So text view will be wrap content, and then layout gravity is going to be center vertical, and then layout margin 10 dp, then padding left 40 dp, and then text is going to be questions. Fine, because we will retrieve the questions here. Text size 20 sp. Fine, then text color, that is going to be color red. Done guys, and then text style, that will be bold. Fine guys, then drawable start, that is going to be keyboard. Fine, and then drawable padding 10 dp. Fine, then padding start 10 dp. Fine guys, so now let me zoom this so we can see exactly that how it is looking. Fine, so now you can see that there is you have to click on this red line, then red bulb, and set drawable left. So yeah, now what else I can do is simply let me make it 20 dp, or you can reduce this to 5 dp, and then 5 dp. Fine guys, so now you can see that this is ready. Fine, so after this what here you have to do is we will copy the codes of circular image view from create profile activity. Yes, we can copy it from here, so simply click on it and then simply copy this card view, control plus C, and then simply you have to go back in this fragment 2 and then paste the codes here. Done guys. But here you have to make some customizations, and you have to make the height is 30 dp and 30 dp, fine. And then you have to make it 15 dp because it should be half. Done guys. And then there is no margin bottom, simply remove these lines. Layout gravity, and that is going to be center vertical, fine. And then also right, so we will go to the right. And guys, let me tell you that you have to add this line in this car view. Yeah, you have to add it, and now you can see that we are in this right side, fine guys. So after this, what here we have to do is margin right, that is going to be 15 dp, so it will add some space and then it will look better, fine guys. So now you can see that we have this image view, fine, very basic image view. So here you have to simply click on this and then simply make it, yeah, it's fine because this image view is clickable, so we don't need to add the same property in multiple places, fine, so it will be fine. So after this guys, what here you have to do is you can simply close this, yeah, change this IDs, so simply write IV F2, fine, so we can understand that it is an image view of F2, fine. And yeah, that is the only thing that will be clickable. Done. So after this we can use here a very basic floating action button, fine. So here what you have to do is open this palette. Then guys, here you have to write floating action button, drag it, and you can give anything, button back. Okay, we will change it later, fine guys. So simply split this two, and now we will fix the orientation. So let me fix the orientation, fine guys. Oops, click on this, fine. So what here I can do is I have to simply drag it here, fine guys. So now you can see that we have this very basic floating action bar button. You can give margin right 20 dp, and then margin bottom same size 30 dp, yeah. So now it's fine guys. Here I'm going to do is I will remove this background back, fine. So after this, here in place of source I will add a plus icon. So for this we have to import it, so simply go in this drawable, fine, then click on it and then new, then vector asset, and guys we will choose here, click on this arrow, and then here you have to write add. We have this icon, click on it, fine, and then next and finish, fine. So here you have to write baseline add 24. So now there is a problem in base add 24, we have to change this color, fine. So I will change it, so this is going to be color red. Now close it. So oops, no guys, we just need to make it white. And why white? Because the background color will be red, so we need the white color in this icon. And yeah guys, so after this, what here, why it is showing red, error, yeah, so the error is gone. And then guys, here what you can do is we have to give the background tint, and that is going to be color red, yeah. So guys, now you can see that this button is looking beautiful, fine guys. And now you have to give the ID floating action button, that's fine. And now guys, we can close this create profile, and it's time to code in the Java part of this fragment 2. So simply open the fragment 2, fine guys. And here we will simply do is simply write a floating action button, FB, fine. Then Firebase Firestore DB equals to Firebase Firestore dot get instance, and then document reference, then reference. Fine guys, and then here we will write image view. Fine, then image view, and then after this guys, we will do is you have to give the reference, and yes, also you have to implement set view dot set on click listener. Simply write on click listener, then implement methods and on click view. Fine guys, so now you can see that we have this on click view. Fine, also write on activity created. Fine guys, so now you can see that we have these methods and we have this on activity created. So guys, here we will give the reference first of all, so that is going to be get activity. Fine, get activity dot find view by id r dot id dot iv f2. Fine, and then fb floating action button equals to get activity dot find view by id r dot id dot floating action button. Fine guys, and after this you have to write is reference equals to db dot db dot collection, that is going to be user, and then dot document, and that will be current user id. So firebase user equals to firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user, then string is going to be current user id equals to user dot get uid. Fine guys, so we can get the current user id, then pass that value. So after this guys, what here you have to do is we have given the reference, and now it's time to implement floating action bar. I think fb dot set on click listener, set on click listener, oops, set on click listener, and then you have to pass this, and after this you have to write image view dot set on click listener, then pass this, and then you have to come inside this on click, and here we can go in this fragment one and we can copy some codes. So you have to copy this to break statement, control plus c, and then go back in this Android Studio in this activity and then paste it here, but this time you have to remove the id, and that is going to be iv underscore f2, and when it will be created, so we will send the user to the question activity and we will create it in just few seconds. So simply click on this package, then new, and this time we will create an empty activity, and that will be, so guys, the name of this activity is going to be ask activity. Fine, so simply write ask activity, then enter. So now ask activity is getting created, so till then we can give here ask activity. Fine, and then guys, after this here you have to write floating action button id, floating action button, and then we will, so yes, so guys, when the user will click on the image view, so we will not go to the question activity, we will go to the question activity when the user will click on the floating action button. Fine guys, so after this why is it showing error? I think yeah, that's fine. So guys, now you can see that the error is gone, and we have implemented this intent. Fine, so when the user will click on that plus icon on this floating action button, so we will go to the ask activity. Done guys, so now we have this ask activity, and after this guys, come back in this fragment2.java, and here guys you have to write is on start, and we have to do a little bit of codes. So guys, here what you can do is simply go in this privacy activity and we can copy some codes from here, yeah, because we need to retrieve the data. So simply copy these codes from here, control plus c, and then go back in this fragment 2 and then paste it here. But this time guys, what we will do is we will remove this status tv dot result. Fine, and the string is going to be url. Done, and then here you have to retrieve the url. Fine guys, and remove this toast from here, and here what we will do, we will simply write picasso dot get dot load url dot into image view. Fine, and then a simple toast message that get activity, and that will be error. Fine, So guys, now we are complete with this fragment 2. So after this, it's time to code in this askActivity.java. Fine guys, so here first of all we will create the layout file for askActivity.java. So guys, first of all you have to change this constant layout to linear layout and give orientation that is going to be vertical. Fine guys, and then background is going to be color Android white. Done. And then guys, here you have to simply use edit text. So simply write edit text, and that is going to be match parent. Height is going to be wrap content. Fine guys, and then padding start, that is going to be 20 dp, and text size is going to be 20 sp. So text size 20 sp. Fine guys, and then id is going to be underscore ask underscore et underscore question, so we can understand that it is the edit text for asking questions. Fine guys, and then background is going to be the background that we have created, the custom input question, so that will be our background. Fine, text style will be bold, and then layout margin is going to be 20 dp. Fine guys, and then we can close it now. So after this guys, when I will zoom it, so here simply click on this red line and then red bulb, then set padding 20 dp, and here also you have to add the padding, and that is going to be 10 dp. Fine guys, so now we have this, and also we have to add hint, and that is going to be ask questions or ask anything. Yeah, that will be better. And then hint color is going to be color red. Fine guys, and text color will be Android black. Fine guys, so after this we will use a very basic button. So simply write button, that is going to be 200 dp. Fine guys, and then here we will give the height wrap content, then text, that is going to be submit. Fine guys, and then layout margin 20 dp, and then id is going to be btn underscore submit. Fine guys, then background is going to be button back. Fine, and then layout gravity, that will be center, and text color going to be Android white, and text size 20 sp, and text style will be bold. Fine guys, so now you can see that we have this beautiful button. Fine guys, so now you can see that our ask activity is now almost complete. Fine, we have given the id. Yeah, so guys, after this what here we can do is simply you have to go in this close this privacy activity and open this ask activity, and then here guys we have to declare the variables. Fine, so here we will declare the very basic edit text, then button, and oops, simply write button, then button. Fine guys, so after this here you have to write this firebase database, then database equals to firebase database dot get instance, then you have to write to dot database reference, that will be reference. Fine guys, and after this what, so guys after this also you here you have to do some codes, so we can copy those codes from here in this fine, so simply copy this from here and then paste it in this. Fine guys, so now we have so here you have to give document reference, so that will be better, we can understand. Fine, so after this guys we will create a class, and that will be for that will work as a model class, because we will ask questions, so we will save it in real-time database, so we need a static class, so we will give it question, and that is going to be member, then enter. And then guys here what we will do is here you have to declare some strings, and that is going to be first of all name, and then string, that will be, we can give string name, url, user id, and also key, and then most important thing question, then privacy, and then name, url, user id, key, question, privacy, and yeah, time. And then so after this guys here you have to simply choose all of them, then alt plus insert, then getter and setters, then control plus A, then enter. So now we have the getter and setter methods for all the keys. Then simply cut this line from here, control plus X, then go above, and here guys you have to paste that line, and then public question member, and here you have to create an empty constructor that is required for real-time database. Fine. And then guys here you have to declare the variable for the member class, and after this you have to come inside this on create, and then guys we will give reference. So simply write edit text equals to find view by id r dot id dot et question. Fine. Then button is going to be equals to find view by id r dot id dot button submit pt and submit. Fine guys. And after this here you have to write the, so guys we need two database reference. Fine. So one will be for all questions, and fine, and that is going to be for, second one will be for user question. Fine. So we will save the questions, I mean we will save the data in two different child. Fine. And after this guys what here you have to do is yeah, we have to write the document reference. So yeah, before this I will declare the user id. So firebase user, we can copy the codes from this fragment 2. Fine guys. So simply copy this two lines, control plus C, then go back in this activity, ask activity, then control plus V. Fine guys. So after this here you have to write is document reference, that is going to be equals to db dot collection, that is going to be user dot document, that is going to be current user id. Fine guys. Then after this here you have to write all question reference, all questions equals to database dot get reference, and the reference is going to be, so that will be for all users, so we can simply give all questions. Fine. And then second is for user questions. So for user questions you have to write database dot get reference, and that will be, we will give user questions, yes, user questions, but this time we will give another child, and that will be current user id, so it will save the data inside the user id. Fine, because guys we will need to delete the questions, and if you will delete the question from the fragment 2, so it will not be possible, because how can we identify that which is the question of which user. Fine. So we will save the question answers in two different branches, so we can understand that we will use this second branch. Fine guys, for deleting those questions. That is why I'm creating these two types, that is why I'm creating these two branches. Fine. So in the user questions we will be able to delete the questions. Fine guys, that is the only reason. So after this guys what here I have to do is we have this reference as you can see, then guys, and also you have to initialize the member class. So simply write member equals to question member, then semicolon, then guys. So now we will implement the button dot set on click listener new that on click listener. Fine. And then we can proceed. So guys, first of all we will get the string, that is going to be question. Fine, equals to edit text dot get text, get text to string, get text dot to string. Fine guys. And after this we will use calendar, because we will also save the time. So simply write call for date, call date, see date, we can understand, equals to calendar dot get instance semicolon, and then here you have to write simple date format, simple date format, and that is going to be current date equals to new simple format, and that will be dd slash comma mmmmm, then again dash, then y. Fine guys. Then here you have to write semicolon, and why this simple date format is showing error. So API requires so guys it's time to go in this Gradle, and we have to increase something. So min SDK 16, here I should make it 24. Then I will sync now. So now it should not show the error. Yes. So guys, now I will go back in this activity, and now you can see that the error is gone. Fine guys, so you have to simply increase it, and then it will be fine. Done guys. And then after this, here what you have to do is simply write final, that is going to be string, that will be save date, fine, and then equals to, we are going to get the current date dot format, and that will be call c date, call for date dot get time, and that will be semicolon. Fine guys, then after this we have to copy the same thing again for the day. So simply write calendar, and this time we will get the time. So simply write c time equals to calendar dot get instance, fine, then semicolon, and then again you have to write a simple date format, fine, then simple date format, current time equals to new simple date format, fine guys, and then here again you have to write the way, so simply hh, then colon, then then colon, then ss. So guys, we are also saving the millisecond because it will be required for deleting the data, fine, because we will need it later. Everything guys that I'm doing in this tutorial, it is required, that's why I'm doing it, has a reason, that's why I'm doing, so don't miss anything, fine, because if you will skip any of the step, then it will create a big problem, fine, not for me, for you. So we can understand, so you can understand, fine guys. So here you have to write the current time, not this c time, that's why it was not showing. Current time dot format, and that is going to be call for time, so simply write c time dot get time, fine, then semicolon. So guys, now we have the time. So after this, simply again declare a string that will be time equals to save date, then plus, and that will be colon, then again plus, and the save time. Yeah, so that's how we can save the time. So guys, after this, what here you have to do before proceeding, one thing that we have to do is yeah, first of all declare some strings. Yeah, so those strings are going to be name, url, privacy, and uid. Fine guys, so we have to declare these four strings. Why we are doing this, I will explain just after a few seconds. So after this guys, here have to go in this update profile. Yeah, because we will need some codes from this activity. So here what you can do is simply come inside this on start and copy this method from here, fine guys, then control plus c and go back in this ask activity, and you have to paste those codes here, and then delete these lines, fine, and then here what you have to do is delete this toast message, it is creating problem, and yeah, the errors are gone. So guys, now here we need name, so only name, and then not email, we don't need web, fine, we need to get the privacy, so, and also not profession, so make this profession privacy, and again uid, so simply make it uid equals to task dot get result dot get string, that will be uid. So you have to go in this close these classes, so simply open this create profile. So guys, here you can see that the child, yeah, that's user id. So open this again, and then guys, here you have to make it remove this string, and also this name, and the string here, fine, then here we have to remove this to make it privacy. So guys, now we have all the four styles that we need, fine guys, and in the else part you can show a toast message, very basic toast message, error. You can enhance these toast messages, but I'm just showing you a demo, so for saving time I'm doing this, fine guys. So after this we can proceed in this method. So here what we will do is that we will check first of all if question not equals to null, so we can proceed, fine, else, yeah. So if it is not equals to null, then what we will do is we will simply write member dot set question, that is going to be question, fine, and then member dot set name, that will be name, fine, then member dot set set privacy, fine guys, then member dot set url, that will be url, fine, and then member dot set uid, oops, user id, so simply write uid, and then member dot set, that will be what is left, time, so simply write set time, that will be time, fine guys. And then after this, here you have to write string, that will be id equals to, so guys you have to write here is user reference, so let me see the reference that is for user questions, yeah, so that will be for user questions. So here guys you have to write user questions, that is reference, and then dot push, that will be dot get key semicolon, and then guys here you have to write user questions, fine guys, and then you have to write dot child, that is going to be id, fine, and then dot, that is going to be set value member, fine guys. So guys now we have saved the data in the user reference, fine. So guys now listen carefully, one more thing, again we have to save the data in another one, fine. So this time we will save the data in all questions, so here you need to write all questions again, and then simply write push dot get key, and then so guys this time make sure we will again save write member dot set key, and guys this key is required. So what we are saving, we are actually saving the key of this user reference, fine. And why I'm saving, because while replying, when we will add the reply functionality to every question, so guys we will need this key, fine, we will need this user reference key for saving the answer in both references. So that is why I'm saving this key, for making the tutorial very easy, fine. So make sure you do this, because if you will not save the key, so you will not be able to save the answer, fine. So it will create the problem, and I don't want problems, that is why I'm saving the key, fine. So now you can see that if it will be null, so we will show a message that please ask a question, fine guys. And now what we will do is that we will show a toast message that submitted. So guys it is time to run the app, but just before running, what I will do is we have to hide the action bar, fine guys. So instead of hiding it every time, there is one thing that we can do. So simply go in this values, and then in this styles, and then guys here we will give no action bar, fine guys. And after this we will simply run the app and see is it working or not. So guys you can see that the app is running absolutely fine and there is no error. So this time when I will open this fragment 2, so here you can see that we have this our question activity, and guys here you can see that the profile image is loaded, and when I will click on this plus icon, so we will go to this ask activity, and you can see there is no action bar, fine. So here I will ask a very simple question that what is Firebase, fine guys. And when I will click on the button submit, so here you can see that the toast message submitted, and now we have these two childs, one for all questions and another one for user questions, fine. So these questions will be saved inside this user id child, you can see. And also you can see that this is a key, fine, and that same key is saved here because we will need it later, because when we will implement replying, so we will need that functionality, fine. That is why I have saved this key. So all you have to do is simply follow my steps, then everything will work absolutely fine, fine guys. So if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe my channel, and guys don't forget to press the bell icon, because you will not miss any update. And when I will whenever I will upload a video, so you will be notified as soon as it can. Fine guys, so please like this video, subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.